Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It's Tuesday. It's Thursday. I do something with my team on Tuesdays. That's why I got confused. It's Thursday, June 18th, 2020. Welcome. My name's Jennifer Cotton. I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas. And what that means is that I carry all the products I'm going to show you today. And you can get them from me, you can purchase classes from me, and more. If you are here, say hi. I think I might not be seeing comments. Let me check on my iPad over here if I can comment on my own video. Oh, there they are. Yeah. I've heard of this issue and now I'm having it. So I'm gonna make a comment and see if that helps. I don't know if that will help on my phone. Anyway, welcome. Thank you very much. There we go. Maybe. Anyway, sorry about that, but there's no comments on my phone, which I'm looking at, but there's comments on my iPad. Now I see Debbie Jennings. Okay, so Stacy, yes, so I missed everybody before Debbie, so let me look at my iPad and catch up. Good morning, Betty. Stacy in Florida. Stacy's getting one of my classes this month. Hannah, good morning. Kelly, hey, good to see you. Pat, good morning. Sorry. Teresa, good morning. Hot tamale. That's what she always says. Okay, now I can move over to my phone, I think. So Debbie, good morning. Thanks for sharing, Stacy and Pat. Good morning, Kim. I know I miss you guys too. Good morning, Sherry. Okay, so my name's Jennifer Cotton. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator. If you're watching this video because your friend shared it or you stumbled across it, welcome. I teach card making, scrapbooking, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of fun accessories and tools. And all the stuff I'm going to show, you can get it from me in my online store, or you can purchase the classes from me with links that I email out, basically. So let me know if you have any questions. Today, I'm going to be making 3 cards using the So Much Happy bundle. And this is the same bundle I'm using in my, turn it this way, in my scrapbook class this month. So I'll show you a sneak peek of that. And then I'm going to make 3 cards with this today. And I'm using some other stuff too, another product, parts of another suite. So I will show you that as well when we get to that. And I'm using that Glimmer Paper. Anyway, but as you come on, say hi, because you will be entered to win the 3 cards I make today. So that's why everybody's saying hi and shared and so on. If you share the video, you'll also be entered again to win the 3 cards. And I do that because it helps me if you comment, share, like, give a thumbs up. Any of that stuff helps me in my business. I do this as a full-time job. This is my business and my job. So I appreciate the help. But why people are saying they shared is because Facebook doesn't always tell me who shared. It'll say you had blank number of shares, and then there's like 3 names instead of 20 names or whatever. So, Debbie, thank you for sharing. I'm going to catch up over here because I can see more comments. Hey, Shirley, good morning. I missed Shirley before. I don't know if these comments are, if I really missed it or they're just popping up. But good morning, Shirley. And let's see, Pam in North Carolina, hello. Thanks for sharing. Good morning, Martha. Thanks for sharing, Teresa. And good morning, Charlotte. And Landa. Good morning, Landa. We've already been texting since early this morning. And then Debbie and Kim and Betty shared. Thank you very much. Hey, Rhonda in Nevada. Good morning. Okay, so that's why everybody's saying hi. Even if you're watching replay, still share, still say hi. Ooh, Samantha in Australia. Good probably not morning. It's 9 a.m. here in Texas, Central Time. Hey Pam, hey Martha, thanks for sharing. Okay, so anyway, that's what's up with that. And the point was, if you're watching replay, still comment, still share, you'll still get entered. So if you see some stuff you like today and you want to make a purchase, I do have an online ordering special. It's every month I have an online ordering special where if you place a $25 or more online order, you get a free class packet sent to you with a PDF tutorial emailed to make 4 cards using one suite or bundle or stamp set, whatever. Basically, you just need the stamps to be able to stamp and complete at home, and the ink, of course. 12 a.m. Woo! I would be so tired, Samantha. But I'm glad you're here. And good morning, Darla. That's awesome. And Martha said Australia in the house, if you didn't see that. So anyway, this month, it's Jar of Flowers is the suite, or the bundle actually. So I'll be using the punch too, but if possible, I will pre-punch for you. And if not, you just stamp it and hand cut it out. So you'll need this if you place an online order of $25 or more with my monthly host code. So this is separate from other offers. Of course, they're always separate offers. Then you'll get that class packet sent to you and the tutorial emailed out. Of course, that's for US. And how it works. So if your order's 25 or more, you get the packet. If it's 50 or more with the host code, you get also a free full accessory like a roll of ribbon, some an embellishment or something like that. And then if it's 150 or more, you still get both, but don't use the host code, because then Stampin' Up, if you don't use the host code at 150 or more, they'll give you more dollars free. And I want you to get that, but I'll still give you my gifts. Any questions, just let me know. But they are all, I save it up all month, and then the kits are cut at the beginning of the following month and mailed out that within a week or so. So in July, you'll get the kits for June. Okay. I do have a couple of cards and stuff to share with you guys. I got this from my friend Allison, and it's Happy Father's Day, but she just sent it to me, obviously not to tell me Happy Father's Day, but just as a card example for me to have. Uses our new World of Good stuff. Super cute. This one was from Oma, and it was just a, you know, sending thoughts kind of card, but super pretty. I love how she did the beads on there. And that's the Magnolia stuff. And then I got some mail from Stampin' Up. I got a pin for my $1.1 million in sales, which I earned a few months, I don't know, a couple of months ago or something. I don't remember. I didn't make a big deal about it because I was so busy. I barely even realized that was on the radar at the moment. But that's what the little diamond is the 0.1. So, and there's a letter they send with that congratulating you. So thank you, Stampin' Up, but mostly thank you, customers, for placing orders and taking my classes. Both of those things contribute to my sales. And that's 1.1 career, not like in a year or anything crazy like that. I've been doing this since 2001. So since I started, that's how much I've sold and purchased. So thank you very much, but I just wanted to share that with you guys since you helped me get there. Okay, let me catch up. Hey Teresa, good morning, good to see you. Sherry, thanks for sharing. Hey Evelyn, good to see you. Amy, thank you for the woohoo. Thank you, Martha, and good morning, Elaine. Okay, so some quick reminders of what's coming up. The Flowers for Every Season class. You can still register for this class. You're going to make 10 cards, receive 10 matching envelopes. Thank you, Carrie. Good morning, Amy. Your class is $35. It includes over $20 in merchandise. I don't have the amount written down here, but it's over $20 in merchandise. I can't remember how much it is, but you get ribbon, the pack of Memories and More cards and envelopes, and the card bases and envelopes. So whatever all that adds up to. For $35, we cut, die cut and emboss anything we can for you, and then you stamp and assemble with the Celebrate Sunflowers stamp set. That's the only stamp set you'll need to complete these 10 cards. And they are super cute, in my opinion. And you get a PDF tutorial as usual and all that stuff. So you still have time to sign up. It is limited. I need to go in and set the limit anyway because the stuff went on back order. But RSVP by June 22nd, and the kits are ready to be picked up or mailed, depending on what you choose, by June 27th. So that's the Celebrate, or sorry, I'm calling it Flowers for Every Season class to go. This is only to go. Not a live event. And I think I forgot to write my BOGO in here. Let me make a note. But I am, well, I'll just say it now. I'm having a live buy one, get one free sale with all of my retired merchandise. I have all of the stuff that just retired. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 boxes. Plus previously retired stuff that I haven't sold in the past. Anyways, for every dollar you spend on on retired merchandise, you get equal value from current. So if you pick a $50 or $50 worth of retired stuff, you get $50 worth of new stuff, and the retired stuff is free. You pay tax and shipping on the new. It's an amazing deal. It is going to be a live event on July 3rd at the Midlothian Civic Center in the morning. So any questions on that, and you do need to RSVP, so if you want the link, let me know. But I'm considering doing it to go after the live one, but I haven't decided yet, just because of that is more work. And I'll have to see if I have time and all that. Thank you, Pat. Good morning, Cindy. And thanks for sharing, Cindy. There's 2 Cindys. Good morning, Cindy Owen. Thanks for sharing, Cindy Dotson. Okay, so we talked about that. Next, the online new catalog kickoff. We're getting our projects planned. April, Alejandra, and I, all 3 of us have planned our make and takes, which are 12 total. We each planned 4 from 3 different suites. So, Jar of Flowers, which I just showed you. Hand-drawn blooms, which I demonstrated last week in the Facebook Live, and pattern play, which is there's a stamp set and a little alphabet die, which you don't have to own the alphabets. We die cut that for you. We cut, die cut, emboss, everything we can, just like normal. You just supply the stamps at minimum. What was I going to say? I lost it. Oh, the designer paper and stuff I'm going to use today is part of the pattern play bundle. But here's a little sneak peek of the first 4 cards that I can show you. These are your hand-drawn blooms cards. And then I'll have the other ones soon for sneak peek from Alejandra and April. Hey, Joni in Indiana. Good morning. Good to see you. Kelly, good morning. I swear these comments, like I see them in order and then I scroll back and there's a new one. Anyway, who knows? Maybe it's me. So what else? What is this online catalog kickoff? So it's a Facebook event. 12 make and takes, 12 additional bonus tutorials for 3 completely different suites. So that's a total of 24 not make and takes, but 24 tutorials. The 12 you're going to make. Thank you for the hearts and likes. And the 12 that are bonus. 3 wow videos where we show a wow project, meaning one project that's more elaborate. $50 in merchandise, which is your goodie bag. I'm reading my notes and I've already said some of them. Facebook event, like I said, a thank you gift, the chance to win a chance to win prizes, and the opportunity to add on bundles and stamps when you register that you'll need for your projects. And then there's 2 price options. You can do the all-inclusive, everything I just told you, for $79. Don't forget. Martha, I'll make a note about that because I didn't put that in my notes either, but yes, we have news on that. $79, don't forget that includes $50 of merchandise, 12 make and takes, a gift, shipping. It's an incredible deal. But if you do not need all that and you just want to watch the videos and get the tutorials, it's $25. If you're on my team, you get a $10 discount on either one that you take. So there's a discount code that's been sent out to the team. But if you are on my team and you don't have the code, let me know and I'll give it to you. Hey, Linda, it has been a very long time since I've seen you. Good to see you. Good morning. Let's see who else here. Oh, Shirley saying hi to Rhonda. Okay, thanks for sharing, Margaret, and hey, Karen. So, Martha asked if the new Big Shot machine is available. It is going to be available September 1st for customers. However, you know you want it sooner than that. So if you do, join with our starter kit special, and you can order it August 4th like me. So here's the new machine. Only the big one will be available first in September, the big one. The little one's still being produced. Also, the magnetic plate is still being produced, so we can't get that yet. This machine comes with everything you need to start using it right away for die cutting and embossing. You don't need to purchase anything extra to be able to use it right away. The new cutting plates, the replacement ones, will be available later as well. Everything's in production. As soon as they have enough stock in, they'll tell us and we can buy it. But the new machine, September 1st, for everybody. August 4th for Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. And as always, being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator simply means you like to get your stuff cheaper than paying full price from me. I misread Martha's comment, and I thought you were saying you were in Georgia, and I was going to say, oh, you must be on vacation. Anyway, Martha said hello to Georgia. Good to have you. Which I'm trying to go back and see. Oh, so she's saying hi to Marilyn from Georgia. And Linda, hey, in Idaho. And Margaret in Rhode Island. Wow, I love it. Okay, so anyway, what was I saying about the machine? To be a demonstrator, it's $99 plus tax, free shipping. You pick 125 of anything you want, and right now in June you get to add a free bundle of your choice. Yes, Linda, it will be a fun time. The bundles. Rhonda says I've only got one eye open, but I'm here. The bundles start on, that you can choose free, start on page 168. There's several punch bundles. There's another page of, is there? No, there's only 2 pages of punch bundles, but there's a ton of pages starting on 173 of stamp and die bundles that you can choose from. It goes all the way to page 1, from 173 to 179 that you can choose to add on free to that starter kit. That's only in June. Then in August you can order that machine at a discount. So okay, my monthly class is this month. Oh, sorry, real quick on the new catalog kickoff that's online only. RSVP by June 30th. Kits will be mailed by July 7th, and the online event happens July 11th. No need to be present. If you can't, it will be recorded. Okay, so classes this month are we're winding down, and basically I only have a few spots left for each one. So I'm going to tell you what I have left. Card class, there's 1 spot left. Hey, Sharon, again, in Ohio. 1 spot left to make all 4 of these adorable cards with the Celebrate Sunflower stamp set for $15, free with a $20 order. Place a $20 order with the class host code. and you get these 4 cards kits for free. You do have to stamp them yourself. The cards are not stamped and assembled. PDF tutorial included for this class. This Saturday, there is a optional Zoom where I'll give you tips. And these kits for everything I'm talking about right now, these 4 classes, they're ready for pickup by Friday at 5 p.m. or mailed by Monday, June 22nd, if you choose to be mailed. You just add on the shipping when you register. You do have to register. You can't just place the order. And I have the link to send you. And again, everything's cut. That's what Landa's doing today. For the actually, she finished this one. She's doing Stamp a Stack today. But anyway, cut, die cut, emboss, etc. 1 set left. Of course, all my club members, y'all know I have your sets ready. And that is a club you can join. Okay. Next, trying to keep my papers. Next is scrapbook class. So this is the one that we are using the same stamps and dies that I'm using today, the So Much Happy Suite. So we're doing our July 4th pages. There's 1 kit left, by the way, for scrapbook. 1. $15, free with a minimum order. And then we're making page 1 of this adorable summer page. Page 2 will be next month. So if you like this, order this month's, and then next month, I have to take off these sticky notes, which are notes for me for instructions. You'll get to make page 2 next month with these popsicles on there. Plus, I got a phone call, and it interrupted the video. Oh, and look at this, how it's embossed. Can y'all see that new embossing folder? So cute. Okay, $15, free with a $20 order. There's a host code for it. Let me know if you have questions. And you need to RSVP. All these deadlines are the same. Stamp a Stack. I have 1 left. I was reading my notes. So you're going to make some gorgeous cards. It's $30. You're going to get really over $20 in merchandise, designer paper, ribbon, doilies, and some really fancy new gems. They are super faceted. Anyway, you're going to make 12 cards, 4 designs, 3 of each. Cut, emboss, die cut. You do cut your own designer paper for this class. PDF tutorial. Everything. And I forgot to say on Scrapbook, there is a Zoom party on Saturday for that one as well. These 2 don't have a Zoom party. So anyway, there's 4 designs. You make 3 of each. 1 class left. First come. You can use that RSVP link if you know where that is, or message me and it'll be whoever does it first. Last but not least, sampler. I have 3 left. Yes, checking my notes. We're going to make this gorgeous sampler. It is masculine, but it's not only for males. I didn't make it super travel, but you could easily convert it to travel because what you're getting with your fee is the Memories and More kit, ribbon, and brass foil sheets. But with that Memories and More kit, there's lots of sayings you could use instead, and even in your stamp set that you'll need, which is the World, I forgot to say the stamps on the other 2, the Beautiful World Bundle, you could convert the words to be travel related. So this one's $28. You get over $20 in merchandise. Everything's cut, embossed, die cut. I did this one, so I did all the die cutting and embossing yesterday. They're all packaged up, ready to go. And I had a comment. Oh, so that's the Beautiful World Bundle. Stamp a Stack is Tasteful Touches stamp set. That's the one you need for this one. All this is in the registration, it tells you. Card was Celebrate Sunflowers, and then of course Scrapbook is So Much Happy. So 3 left. Get it while you can. And PDF tutorials for all. $28 for that one. Shipping is separate, of course, on all of these. And if you take more than 1, you only pay shipping once. You cut your own designer paper for Stamp a Stack and Sampler. I'm reading my notes now. yeah, so there we go. Okay, Stamping Cruise. Good morning, Catherine. You're awake. Good morning, Mary Ann. Hey, Liz. Good to see you. Rhonda Nall. Hello. I'm glad everybody's here this morning. Candy, late as usual, but I'm here. Good morning. Good morning, Candy. So make sure y'all say hi as you come on so you can be entered to win the 3 awesome cards I'm making today. Hopefully you'll agree. So today is June 18th. You have until June 26th to get our group rate for our cruise this year, which is October 25th through November 1st, Liberty of the Seas out of Galveston. I'm sure if the cruise can't happen for whatever reason, I'm sure Royal Caribbean will refund or give us credit because we already have a cruise book for next year. So there we go. But we'll see. But anyway, our cruise rate is a lot cheaper than the regular rates. So even if you do or don't want to do the stamping portion, you don't have to. You can just take advantage of our cruise rates. Hey, Sandy, good morning. All right, I think I'm caught up. Anyway, so any questions on the cruise, let me know. Final payment is due July 17th. However, even past that deadline, you can still register as long as the ship has space and April and I haven't reached our deadlines. Hey, thanks for sharing, Linda. Okay, so Stampin' Up Specials. I already talked about the kit special because of Martha's question. So if you just joined, which a lot of people did, we were talking about the new die cutting machine being available September 1st for everybody. August 4th for demonstrators at our discount always. One of my team members asked me that yesterday, will we get our discount? Yes, we get our discount on everything. Everything. So if something's on sale for cheaper, we get our discount on top of that. If we buy clearance rack, we get our discount on top of that. When a new die cutting machine comes out, we get our discount on that. We always also get host benefits if we spend over $150. There's really no reason to not be a demonstrator, honestly, or to get or to take advantage of our kit special right now, because there's no obligation. If you don't meet our quarterly minimums, nothing bad happens. They don't repossess your kit. They just drop you off. Nothing happens. If you're only buying for yourself at your discount, you don't have tax issues because you're not selling anything or making any money. You're just getting a discount on something. And if you choose to stay active longer, which basically just means you placed enough orders, then yay, you'll be around also to get, well, actually now I didn't check it this morning, but it's like 1 week. I think it's Wednesday. Yes, because I looked it up yesterday because I'm getting excited. Next Wednesday at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, I believe, is when we can log on to the demonstrator website and see the new holiday catalog. And then we can order from it, I believe, in July, and it starts for August, for customers in August, I believe. I found those notes yesterday on the Stampin' Up website, but I didn't write them down. Anyway, sign up, get a free bundle. It's $99 plus tax, so $100. If you're going to place a $100 or more order, or it's going to cost $100 or more once you add tax and shipping with me, this is a better deal. Get the starter kit. No obligation. Tons of people watching this video right now are on my team and only do it for the discount. So it is a thing people do. Just contact me if you have any questions. Of course, we also have a great team. You know, there's trainings that you can take advantage of if you want. There's monthly meetings, there's swaps, Facebook groups, all kinds of stuff. Okay. Next, we do have a host special this month. So now with Stampin' Up, you know, back in the day, host maybe meant something else, but now host means an order or multiple orders of $150 or more. Then you get host benefits, which is the free stuff they give you for spending more money. So if you host a party of $250 or more, you get an extra $25 in free merchandise, which, by the way, as a demonstrator, getting every special customers get, I've been taking full advantage of this month. With every order I've placed, I've been getting my additional $25. But, so how do you do this as a customer? You can place your own order of $250 or more, get $50 free. You can gather orders from friends and get with me and I'll explain how to do it, but you gather order from friends and then it's like, okay, hers was 50, hers was 100, mine's 100 and whatever, and then it adds up to $250 or more. You get the host benefits, $50 in free stuff. Or you can actually do a party with me where we have a live or online event for everybody to see demonstrations and place orders. That's pretty much it. So any questions, let me know. Both of those specials end June 30th. July's Paper Pumpkin. It's gonna be so cute. It's called Summer Nights. Yes, you have until July 10th to RSVP for that. This is the flyer, like the paper flyer. And it does make cards, and I have this written down in my notes here. But it also has these cute little paper tea light bags. Of course, you don't get jars in it, but anyway, it's called Summer Nights. Celebrate the magic of summer with July's Paper Pumpkin Kit, which, by the way, is where you get a box in the mail, and everything in it is a surprise. There's a stamp set, ink, and all instructions, and then this is the one from last month, all the stuff you need to make whatever the projects are. So this kit makes, find it in my notes, 9 postcards and with coordinating envelopes and 9 tea light bags. The cards are regular size, 4 by 5 1/4. Well, actually, that's a little smaller, and they are postcards, I'm sorry. And then the envelopes are 4 1/2 by 5 3/4. And then once you purchase that, you can purchase this add-on for only $10, and it's these really cute card bases and envelopes that you can then use all the stuff from your Paper Pumpkin kit to make even more projects, and that's optional add-on. It can make at least 20 additional cards, and I don't know that I have the date here, but there will be a date when we can purchase that. And yeah, it's gonna be fun, Martha. What was I gonna say? I totally lost it. Something about the ad. Yeah, I lost it. Anyway, how to get Paper Pumpkin. You can subscribe to it. I'll put a link in this video. Actually, I'll put it as a comment now, so just look at my comments. Or you can go to my website and make a one-time purchase for Paper Pumpkin. So either way works. And any questions, just let me know. Okay, so as you come on, say hi. Last week, and that's so you can be entered to win the 3 cards I'm going to make today. Last week, I said that I was going to show y'all some swaps I received at the end of the video, and then I forgot to do that, of course. Let me catch up here real quick before I turn it down, the camera down, because then I don't see the comments as good. Thanks for sharing, Linda and Betty. Linda Stevens and Linda Harrell and Catherine are all saying hi to each other. Awesome. Betty is in Oregon. Cool. Yes, so Candy Waddell, my eyesight, said she can't believe the holiday catalog's here already. I know, it's crazy. But it is going to be, for those of us who are crafters, it's going to be that time to start planning that already. Hey, Jennifer, good to see you. And Debbie Clark, good morning. And yes, Martha said the July kit's going to be so much fun. I agree. Okay, so I'm going to put the camera down and see if I can get it in frame, as I always have trouble with. These are the swap cards I received in the mail for it's actually called the Advisory Board Swap. I was on Stampin' Up's advisory board a few years ago, and so there's a Facebook group for us, and we do swaps whenever all the new stuff comes out. very weird. What I see in my, when I look at my monitor here, is not what I see on my iPad. That's strange. So I don't know why. Anyway, on this side, yeah, that's weird. Anyway, sorry. Try not to waste your time with all that info, but it is strange. I can see more stuff in the phone than I do on the iPad. Okay, let me just show you these swaps. So I have them grouped by stamp set here. And this is the Celebrate Sunflowers. They do some gorgeous watercoloring. This one has the Wink of Stella in the center there, and it's so pretty. I don't know if you can see it, but it's Wink of Stella. So anyway, I just wanted to share these with you guys just because. More ideas for you. And I usually put these on display at my live events. This one, she used sponge daubers for the orange, which is which is pumpkin pie and soft suede. I actually tried to do it and I couldn't recreate it very well. I don't have skills. This one I used as an idea for my class card, but hers opens this way and mine does not. Just thought I'd show you that. This is supposed to be stuck down, actually. I keep sort of unattaching it. Anyway, that one. Then we have some awesome, I think it's called World of Good Sweet stuff. That brass foil is awesome. That new, something old paper. Forgot the name. Embossing folder, which is on back order, but if you want to get yours now, sooner, order it while it's on back order before it goes unorderable. This is, I don't remember the name of this suite, but it's really pretty. I have it, I just haven't used it yet. Seeing if they had the names on here. So these are all from demonstrators who have been on the advisory board in the past. Okay, here it is. Let's see. Forever Fern stamp set. So the Forever Fern stuff. That's gorgeous. She embossed vellum there. Use those rings. Those are temporarily unorderable. There's a few things that are not orderable right now. I thought this was funny. Two different people. Very similar idea. Pretty cool. And this one. And then that guy. Comfort and Hope. That's a stamp set some of us earned free from Stampin' Up from a challenge a while back. This one, I kept thinking it looked familiar, and then I realized she got the idea from the annual catalog. There's a sample in there that looks like that. And then nice little just simple masculine card. This one is from Robin Carden. She had this stamp set earlier than any of us could. Most of this stuff is what we could pre-order because of the timing of the swap, but this was her $1 million or $2 million stamp set, and so she had it early, so we got the little unicorn there, which these dies, if y'all haven't checked them out, are amazing. That are bundled with the unicorn stamp set. The bird stuff, I don't know its name. Very pretty sponging and coloring on these. This is the bundle that I say you should get free with your starter kit because it's the most expensive bundle we copy. Sell. It's $60. What is wrong with me today? $60 for this bundle, which comes with dies, which none of them used, but anyway, it's really pretty. Blossoms in Bloom, maybe is what it's called. And then last but not least, the Timeless Texture stuff, or text, that's the wrong name. Tasteful Touches, maybe? Who's that? Amy Story. And then these two. And this one inspired my Stamp-A-Stack card, but I just changed it a lot, but it's still inspired. So there you go, swaps. Okay, let's get to stamping. What is the unicorn set? What are the dies? I'm going to use this Glimmer paper today. And then I'm going to show y'all the part of a suite that I'm going to be using that is, but I'm not using the stamps from this suite. Playing with patterns. So let me look up that question Liz had real quick. I forgot the name. Hippo Happiness, maybe? Hippo, maybe that's not what it's called. I think it is a hippo though, right? No, it's the unicorn. Goodness. Okay, so while I'm looking, it is, this is the Playing with Patterns designer paper. It is so cute. Sarah Douglas, actually, she did a Facebook Live, the other day, and she said this was her favorite right now. She's the CEO of Stampin' Up. It's 6x6 paper, such cute and fun patterns and colors. This is the one I'm using in my scrapbook class this month. Look at that one. Purple Posy, Night of Navy, Coastal Cabana, Crushed Curry, Calypso Coral. So fun. So that's the designer paper. I love this one. And then these are the Playing with Patterns resin dots. And then this is the Playing with Patterns ribbon combo. And it has Purple Posy, Night of Navy. So let me show you. This is, I don't know what the texture of this is, but it's something. I think I used it last week too. I'm using that one today, and I'm using the navy one today, which is a skinny, like probably 1/8 of an inch satin sort of ribbon. And then I'm not using this today, but we are using it in our online new catalog kickoff. This is Coastal Cabana, and it's kind of like an organza, but it's thicker, and it's got some detail in it. Anyway, you get all 3 of those in a pack. And then, of course, I'm using this Glimmer paper, which you'll see in the projects today, and I showed that last week as well. Okay, so quickly, let me find, I don't know why my brain is not allowing me to see it. Here it is. It's called Hippos and Friends, and it's on page 49. But here's the bundle in the back of the catalog, so you can see all those dies. There's so many label shapes that nest and layer, so it's a great deal. $48.50 for the stamp set and the dies, and that would be a great free one with your starter kit as well. Okay, did I miss any other questions? Thank you, Linda. Forever Fern. Thank you, Charlotte. Yes, the Forever Fern is gorgeous. I just haven't used it personally yet, just due to time. Okay, so let me grab my stuff. As a reminder, So Much Happy stamp set and dies. I am using one banner here, and I wrote myself a note. It's from the Tasteful Labels dies, and I couldn't bring those over here to display because of they are being used to prepare for the monthly classes right now. So they're all spread out, and I think Landa has half of them and all that stuff. But they're also amazing dies. So it's these dies here, and I'm using that banner one only today from Tasteful Labels. Okay, so Much Happy and the dies, which you're going to get to see in action today. There's the 2 stamps I'm using right now. This, I did make this card graduation themed, but you'll see you could make it any theme you want. Okay, so I have a Whisper White card base, a piece of basic black that's 4 by 5 1/4, a piece of that designer paper, which I already showed you, Playing with Patterns, that is 3 3/4 by 5. A scrap of Whisper White, a scrap of basic black, another scrap of Whisper White. I'm going to tell you the specific measurement of the Glimmer paper here. And then I pre-die cut. Well, I had it over here. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I pre-die cut a banner from the little polka dot. It's Coastal Cabana with white polka dots on it, designer series paper. And there's a little banner die in this set. Oh, well, okay. So let me just get started. My cards are a little more involved this week. So a card base is you take 8.5 by 11 cardstock and cut it in half. And what you get out of that is 2 cards that fit into the invitation size envelope, or what Stampin' Up calls the medium size envelope. So I always align the 2 corners on the table, only pinch it once with my finger, and then use my bone folder to crease really firmly. And that will give you a much more smooth crease on the inside than if you use your fingers. If we were at a class, I would have you turn it over and stamp and sign your name on the back with like a handmade die, which we do carry. And we do that first in case we mess it up, then we can cover it up and have a second chance on the other side. So I'll set that aside. And these actually can be set aside right now as well. So I did, as I said, die cut this already just to save a little bit of time, because I do need to demonstrate some die cutting today. So I die cut that already out of the designer paper. Right now I need the happy die, which you're gonna love. And this large, there's 2 balloon dies, a small and a large. I need the larger one. And I need the little string, it's like a balloon string. And then I'll be using that banner wherever the heck I put that. Things also stick to things. Hopefully that will turn up. Luckily, I have pre-die cut it also, but anyway, oh, here it is. And that's from the Tasteful ones. Okay, so first for our stamping, we're going to use Crushed Curry, which is one of the colors of the designer paper, and Memento Black. Memento Black is unfortunately not orderable right now, but it's coming back. It's just like stuck in COVID stuff. So I want 3, not black, 3 Crushed Curry balloons. So this is just a scrap of Whisper White. And ignore that this says Pacific if you see that. That is because this is for scrapbook class and they're stamping it in Pacific Point. I need to put it back in there. Local customers can pick up the tubs of all the class supplies if they want for those 4 classes I talked about earlier. And then they can stamp it, assemble at home, and return the tub the next day. Okay, so I need 3 of those. And then I want on this piece, graduation. It's going to say happy graduation. You can also say happy birthday, happy to know you, so very blah, blah, blah. Happy to have you in my life, to celebrate you. It's a really versatile stamp set. And there is a stamp that says happy as well. So this is in Memento Black, just right in the center here, so we can die cut it out with that banner die. And then this piece of black is for 3 balloon strings. 1, 2, 3 balloons. So all I really need to die cut for you is this piece. I have already pre-die cut 3 of these. I pre-die cut this, and I pre-die cut 3 balloon strings. If you don't know what die cutting is, you'll see it when I do this. Same thing, same concept. These just you align with the image, center and straighten that image. You'll notice the G and the D are covered a little bit by the die, but then when they come out, they show. And then just 3 of these. There's no alignment needed. Okay. So that is going to be done by the magic of television. Now and I did that by the magic of television, of course. I'm still using my Big Shot, which works perfectly fine with all of your dies. So if you have a Big Shot, you're still good to go. Dies and embossing folders. So what I have found with this die, if I want just the happy by itself, and you can make it shorter if you don't want the long pieces on the ends. Yeah, can y'all hear my dogs barking? Anyway, but for the full length, what I have found is I need to cut my paper to 1 3/8. and that is 1/8 of an inch less than 1.5. So 1 3/8. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you can even see that, but anyway, by 5 7/8, which is just 1/8 of an inch less than 6 inches. I believe if you make it 6 inches, it will be as long as this, and it doesn't cut this direction. It only cuts the top off, so then you'll have a weird thing left over. So then this should be the same exact height as the die, so you align it that way. And then left to right, you just make sure a little bit is hanging over the paper on each end. Then you want to make sure when you put it on your die cutting machine, which we have for this one, I have the magnetic platform, then a really cut up cutting plate to cut on, and then a cleaner plate to go on top. You want to make sure it stays in place and doesn't shift. So if it does shift, or you think it might, or you're scared, grab a sticky note and put it on top. And make sure your sticky note sticks. Then you put the clear cutting plate on top, and this will basically be the same with our new machine. And then you run it through. This is the Glimmer Paper, but I have been finding it to cut through fine whites, because that can be a thicker paper. And this die, of course, cuts so beautifully, because all of our new dies cut so beautifully. I'm just getting that stuff out with my fingers, as you can see. And look how cute. So cute. I am going to have to do this one more time on another card because it's a technique, so I will save my big shot here. Oops, sorry. I'm bumping stuff. To do that on, I think, card number 2. And then the last one I pre-did. But anyway, there it is. Now, pretend I also did this for you. Die cut that. Die cut 3 balloon strings. Die cut the banner and graduation. And so now we have, and I'm going to use some of these on my card, all of our elements to put our card together. Yay. So, now I have to look at my original and see what I did. So I'm going to put happy on first. I'm going to grab my silicone craft sheet, which is just something that helps protect your table, your scratch paper, from getting adhesive all over it when you are putting adhesive on something skinny. I have my new Stampin' Seal. Has a lid. It is removable, so you could lose it. Be careful of that. And Stampin' Seal, I have found, is thicker. It's, what's the word? I don't know if thicker is the word, but I think it is. And it's definitely stickier than snail. So if your image is really skinny and you're doing this technique, you definitely, and I even got some there, I don't know if you can see it, but have some adhesive stretching from here to here. So you definitely will just want to take care of that before you put it on your project with your fingernail or a tool. Just keep in mind it is sticky, so it might get sticky on stuff. I'm not putting adhesive all the way to the ends of this because I know I'm going to attach it on here and cut the edges off. And if you noticed, I didn't put adhesive everywhere. It's not necessary. This is a skinny image, so it's going to stay put without every single inch of it being covered in adhesive. So I want this towards the top where the Coastal Cabana is. So I'm just going to try to center it left to right. Don't forget, if you comment today and or share, you will be entered to win the 3 cards I'm making today. So there's that. And then I'm just going to flip it over backwards or upside down so I can see to cut these little edges off. And then I'm basically going to do the same thing with my banner. And so super tiny here and delicate. So because this new adhesive is stronger, you have to be even more careful when, and you can use liquid glue, by the way, I forgot to say that for both of these. I don't like liquid glue. It doesn't work so good for me. So, but if it works for you, go for it. But anyway, you could rip your paper apart because this paper's so thin, and because it's designer paper and the adhesive is so strong. So, but again, I'm not putting it on all the way across. It's not necessary. I'm just moving down as I go and trying to hold it with my other finger so it doesn't rip. Liz said woof earlier when the dogs were barking. Yes, Martha, I agree. The fonts are really pretty in this. Okay, so Amy answered Nancy, but this machine is called the Big Shot from Sizzix. And we don't carry it anymore, but I believe it's still out there available on the market. And then, of course, in September is our machines coming out. So I'm just going to center this, kind of put the little points of the banner where they're kind of touching the word, the image for happy, and then trim off the excess again. Okay. And then for the balloons, I'm going to attach, so I just put a little adhesive at the bottom of the balloon. Then I lay this black piece, make sure it's right side up, on the table and press this adhesive down into it. So that's how I'm going to attach my balloon strings. I'll make this one go the other direction just for fun. Okay. Then I want the balloons to be in a, I don't even know what you call it, but in a little thing here, little pattern, I guess. 1, 2, 3, like that. So this is what I'm doing. I lay them how I want them. That's kind of covering up happy, so let me fix that a little bit. Okay. Then I'm going to grab my Stampin' Dimensionals. Now, you do not have to cut these in half, but I like to, so I'm going to do that. Hopefully this is going to make sense why I'm doing this way. Then, with my sticky fingers, I'm going to pick up all 3 balloons and flip them over and stick them together with my Stampin' Dimensionals. Keep that pattern I just made. So I'm overlapping from one balloon to the next. I also, when I do this, or when I have something skinny like that, I like to overlap a Stampin' Dimensional onto it as well. I just cut my fingernail. So those little balloon strings don't come off later. Okay, so there we go. Then now I know it's in the pattern that I wanted, and I can just stick it all on the card at one time. How y'all doing over here? For the small detail dies, I use 2. Oh yeah, and we do carry adhesive sheets now, Elaine. I'm just lazy. But that's where you stick the adhesive to the cardstock. Then you die cut it. Then you peel a backing off and it's a sticker, which is awesome, is what Elaine's talking about. And don't worry about the strings. I'll fix those later. So now I'm going to attach this to my basic black. You don't need as much of this adhesive as the old kind. That's something, for me anyway, I have to keep reminding myself, because it's so strong, even here in Texas where it's humid and stuff. Now I'm going to cut off the strings. I wanted them to go down to the black piece. Like that. And yes, you could add adhesive behind these. I'm not, just because I didn't want to, but you could. So again, don't need too much adhesive of the new stuff. Stampin' Seal. We also have Stampin' Seal Plus, which is even stronger. Then for my greeting, Stampin' Dimensionals. I have sticky scissors for sticky stuff. And Then I'm just going to add some of these resin dots, and this card will be done. Still struggling with my alignment of my camera. Okay, so this one says Happy Graduation. And I thought it was just such a fun, like, happy colors for a graduation card. But you could do birthday, to know you, or any of those other greetings. So I'm going to use my what is this called? Take Your Pick tool. And some of these resin dots. So they just are really just almost like discs. And there's, I believe, well, there's several sizes actually. It's not really like small, medium, large. It's like each one gets smaller. This is Coastal Cabana. So I'm going to put a really small one here and then a large one. I'm just copying what I did before. I did make up this card myself, shockingly. So there we go. That's our first card. See what you think. I love that glimmer paper. I love the colors in the designer paper. Just all of it. Here's the original one I made. Thank you for the hearts. And yeah, so that's it. First card down. All right. The next card, I was going to be lazy and not do one like this, and then I decided I would. So we have our card base, then we have pre-cut stuff. We have 4 by 5 1/4 Highland Heather. Same size, 4 by 5 1/4 of the designer paper, sorry. I was trying to think of the color. It's Purple Posy, but it's the designer paper. Let me show you the back. And then a scrap of Whisper White, another scrap of Whisper White, and then this is what I pre-did from those Whisper Whites. So I needed 2 balloons, I needed 2 balloon strings, and I needed Happy Birthday. I don't think I even brought enough scratch paper over here, or I needed birthday. But you guys hopefully get the gist, and I have a couple things to explain throughout that. Okay, so the color is Highland Heather. I'm also going to use this ornate, let me look up the name because I got it wrong last month. Ornate Floral Embossing Folder. You'll see the design when I use it. So, Highland Heather. To be Purple Posy, you ink up your stamp. I did want to actually demo this. I just don't have to die cut it out. So I have the 2 balloons. Birthday I stamped in Highland Heather ink, but these 2 I inked it up, I stamped it off onto scratch paper, and then stamped it onto my cardstock so that it would be Purple Posy instead of being, and I think my ink pad needs re-inking, but it's much darker as Highland Heather and not exactly Purple Posy. We don't sell a Purple Posy ink pad anymore because it was defective. And then, like I said, Birthday is in full strength, Highland Heather. We don't sell a Purple Posy ink pad, so Highland Heather substitutes just by stamping off onto scratch paper. As before, I die cut out, and I also used the small balloon die, obviously, for the smaller one. Die cut out the 2 balloons, use that string die to cut out 2 balloon strings, and then use that same banner to cut out Birthday. Now what I'm going to do is the fun stuff. So let me fold this card in half, this card base, as before. Get that out of my way. Then I'm going to set the designer paper aside, and I'm going to take this piece and my die cutting machine. See how y'all are doing here. And take the happy die, and we're going to cut it like this. What you want to make sure is that you've got it positioned so that both like all 4 pieces are going past your paper, which means it will cut those edges completely off. So again, you can use a sticky note to make sure it stays in place if you want to think that's necessary, etc. I will use one just in case, since this is live. But my die should be past the cardstock, even on those 2 shorter sides. Now, I'm sure it's logical to you guys, but I was thinking this would come apart into 2 pieces. But the cool thing was, it does not. Happy keeps it together. Isn't that cool? Yes. So, we have that. You just have to make sure, again, that these are going far enough so it cuts correctly. Oh, I need the machine one more time. Sorry, I forgot. Okay, so I'm going to remove the magnetic platform and bring in just the platform that comes with the Big Shot when you purchase it, which is the Big Shot platform without the thin die adapter. So you see a picture of an embossing folder here. This is for embossing, and it can go in from either side. It doesn't matter. I'm just doing it over here. Maybe y'all can see it better. Then I'm using that ornate folder, and I'm going to emboss this. So always emboss after you die cut, because die cutting puts so much pressure it can flatten it out. So die cut, then emboss. Always put the folded end into the machine first. So if I'm going this direction, I'll put it this way. If I'm going this direction, I'll put it that way. And then I put, I'm going to use the blue cutting plate. So we ran out of these. The new machine has its own, it's the same exact plate, it's just a different color. And I believe it comes with it. But it's for our 3D embossing folders. So crank that through. Just one time. One time is all that's needed with your embossing folders. And then now we have the embossed Happy. Okay. And then we're basically ready to put this card together. I'm going to use that ribbon I said I was going to use that I showed earlier. So for this card, you could use Stampin' Dimensionals, but I decided to use our foam adhesive strips. I think that's what they're called, foam adhesive strips. They come this long. I had a pack or a sheet, whatever, already that I had cut in half from some other event. So I'm going to use the cut in half one. You could also just cut them in half, like it doesn't really matter. And of course you use all the edges when you use stuff like this. But these are basically Stampin' Dimensionals that can cover more ground. We use these also for shaker cards, and they curve into circles and shapes, so they're awesome. But I did want this to be very stable and evenly lifted because of the die cutting, so that's why I'm using these strips. Or I could just put a whole bunch of dimensionals on there, it doesn't matter. Maybe I'll just do a tiny bit. I don't really think it's even necessary, but on these 2 corners, but this will be fine. So there you go, foam adhesive strips. They're awesome. I'll just save that piece for later. Okay, and this is going to go on my Purple Posy designer paper. So peel all the backings off. Smush that into the paper. And sorry, I don't have can't think of anything to say to fill this time, so let me just say that. Okay, and then we'll place this on top. Let me use this as a guide so I can see a little bit better, but it's the same size as the Highland Heather cardstock. Sorry if y'all can see the top of my head. I need to be where I can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so there's that, and it gives a really cool, shadow and all that stuff. I think I'm a little bit off. If you win, you'll get the other card I made originally. if you win the drawing for sharing and commenting. Okay, so do I want to trim that? Maybe a tiny bit. But again, this is the one I'll keep for myself. I'm just going to trim this off a little bit so it doesn't look funny from the front of the card. Maybe hand trimming is not my best option. Sorry, I have to take it off camera so I can see, since I can't do that straight. This is my card, not yours, so don't worry. And I've already photographed a good card for later. Okay, we're going to call it close enough. So I can go ahead and attach this because I'm not adding any more ribbons or anything like that around the back. Maybe it would have been smarter to add the designer paper first to the cardstock, because I'm getting a lot of smushing it down now. But, you know, lesson learned. I'm assuming I did the other one the correct way. I'm going to put this on the card because it is too bumpy. Sorry about that. Anyway, attach your designer paper first, then go ahead and attach this down on top of it. Okay, so there's that part. And then we're just going to decorate it basically with these pieces here. I'm getting sticky off of my finger in the off camera here. So for our balloons, I'm going to attach the strings first like I did before. Same way. And you saw me messing with this adhesive, with this new adhesive. If it doesn't work, you will want to just hand advance it like that. So, and then I'm going to attach this one flat, and I will add a little adhesive down at the bottom of my string. And then this one will be with a Stampin' Dimensional, the small balloon. So grab that and make sure I overlap the string portion so that stays put. That did not want to go away. And just eyeballing this and also glancing down at my other sample. That's sticky. There we go. Super cute. And then Stampin' Dimensional for the greeting, which says birthday. Did I even say that? I think I did. Yes. Happy birthday. But again, you could use any of those other greetings. The ones that are longer, you just couldn't use this banner die, obviously. And I'm going to use a longer one on the last card. So there's that. And then we just need a bow. And this is one of those ribbons where the design is only on one side. So as you tie your bow, you kind of have to twist it and manipulate it so that the stripes show everywhere you want. So I'm doing a bunny ear bow, 2 bunny ears far apart, lots of space in between. Make sure you leave a tail, cross them over, and stick, for me, the right bunny ear down into the rabbit hole. And then this is where I don't want to pull it too tight until I twist this one around and make the purple show. Normally you would not need to do that when making a bow. And this ribbon is not this particular one. The ones that come in the pack, they're all 3 a different texture. But this one's not as easy to make a bow with. It's not impossible by any means. But as far as, because of the material it's kind of sticky. I don't know how to describe it, but you probably know what I mean. Thank you, Martha. Okay. Is that a good bow? It's good enough for me. You'll get the really good bow on my other sample if you win. So I just want to make the tails match, sort of. Good. And then mini glue dot. Don't touch them. Peel it back till you see 1 dot. Place the embellishment on the dot. And then place the embellishment on your card. Fix your bow. and show the good one. I never can make these bows out of that ribbon good on a video. I need more time. So there you go, second card. Tell me what you think. Oh, thank you, Eleanor. Hey, Cheryl. I see Martha saying hi to you. Hello. Hey, Jackie. Elaine had to leave. Darn. Oh, Rachel. I didn't even know Rachel's getting married. Elaine, congratulations. Yes, Teresa, this could definitely be an edgelit, edgeable. Glad you guys like it. Darla, now she has to add this to her order. That's your favorite folder candy? That's cool. I really like it too. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you guys. Okay, one more card to go. Don't forget, if you win for sharing or commenting, you'll get the one with the better bow. Okay, last card. So this one is, I think, a little more simple. We still did die cutting, but I pre-did it. I'm going to use Calypso Coral this time. So we have our card base, Night of Navy, 4 by 5 1/4, Calypso Coral, 3 3/4 by 5, a piece of that awesome designer paper, 3 1/2. Let me do the math. 5 1/4, 5, 4 3/4, 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. Is that right? Doubting myself. Yeah, 4 3/4. So basically you just go down 1/4 of an inch every time for this kind of card. I pre-die cut Happy from a same size I showed you in the first card. So if you've missed that, you can go back and watch replay of Night of Navy cardstock. I pre-die cut just out of designer paper 3 balloons. So simple. Take your designer paper, cut those out. 3 Night of Navy balloon strings. And then I do need a scrap, which apparently, oh, there it is. A scrap of Whisper White for our greeting, which will be in Calypso Coral, and it says to know you. So this card's going to say happy to know you. So let me stamp that real quick because I do have to do this portion of the card on the video. I'm going to do that thing that everybody's doing where you hand cut out the greeting around, you know, I don't know what the word is, but very specifically around the words versus just a straight cut. As you can see, I'm moving my paper with my left hand, not my scissors in general. There are times when you move your scissors, but you get a much smoother cut, and it's easier if you just move the paper with your other hand and cut with your whichever hand you cut with. I don't know if that's difficult if you're left-handed. Now down here I'm moving the scissors because I'm doing the little curves around the letters, but then now I'm moving the paper again. But it's really not that difficult to do, and that's it. So let's assemble. So we're done with those. We're gonna we're gonna fold our card base in half. Actually earlier than normal by a few minutes. Shocking. Attach. I'm not putting anything behind. I do, oh, no, that's wrong. I do only want happy on this piece and then cut off the end. So I'm going to do the same thing I did on the other card before. And you might, well, you might not notice on the video because you can, or at least when I watch videos, I can't see stuff super close up. But you might notice if I point it out that it's thinner on the bottom. Sometimes this happened to me when I was die cutting these. And I just say it's handmade and it's fine. But if you just are really careful about positioning and when it goes through your machine it doesn't shift, then that won't happen to you. Okay, so just try to center it left to right. Trim off the excess. We did all this on the first card, so if you missed it, I talked in more detail about it. So there's that. Now I can attach this to the other 2 layers, which are Calypso Coral and Night of Navy. And I don't think I pointed out that that's my monthly host code, but that's the one if you would like the class packet to make the 4 cards with the Jar of Flowers bundle. $25 or more online order. If it's 50 or more, you get a free class packet. I mean, a free class packet. You get a free accessory as well. There's a lot of trash on the side of this camera. Again, don't need too much adhesive. This is how I'm advancing it. I don't know if that was actually on camera before. And then I'm going to do the balloons the same way I think I did on the second card. But I'm going to first put the strings on, and then I'm going to figure out how I want them positioned on my card. And then flip them over and put the dimensionals on top. I showed this on one of the cards, I think. I don't remember which one. So they're going to be kind of floating off in the sky, even though we're not supposed to do that anymore because that's not good for the environment. Like that. And then I'm going to pick up all 3 and turn them over and put Stampin' Dimensionals and secure them together that way. Let's see. Make sure you overlap the strings a little bit if you have that chance so that they stay put. That was 2.5 dimensionals for these. That's what I did anyway. I didn't put adhesive on. I actually want the strings more connected here. I'm just going to make that happen. But I didn't put adhesive on them, and you'll see why, and it wasn't needed in a second. Stampin' Dimensionals here. Now, this is very tiny. I'll show you there. I cut these in half, and then that was too big. I cut it in thirds. That was too big. So then I was like, yeah, I got to cut the minis in half. It's just a very small piece of paper. So I cut mini dimensionals, which we have, of course. And our dimensionals come in black and white. But I cut minis in half for that piece. This card, the other 2 I pretty much came up with on my own. This one was inspired by one on Pinterest, but then mine ended up being completely different, but it was inspired. She did have happy down here, and I think to know you. So there's that, and then I'm going to take that Night of Navy ribbon and make a bow. This will be a very easy bow. Easy kind of satiny ribbon to work with. Small string. Easy. And then just get the loops the same size and then trim it down with the correct scissors. And then glue dot, and that card will be done. What do y'all think? I'm glad you guys like this paper. If you missed it, which I don't remember who came in when, I showed basically all the designer paper at one portion of the video, so you can definitely go back and check that out. So there's that card. These colors are very just bright and pretty and fun. Playing with Patterns was the designer paper, ribbon, and resin dots name. Playing with Patterns, and then fill in the blank designer paper. thank you guys for the hearts. Or, what am I saying? Designer paper, dots, and ribbon. Yes, playing with patterns. Okay, so there's all the cards we made today. I hope you've grown to love all this stuff. These dies to me are amazing. And they ended up being really good for me for scrapbook class because of Happy Summer and Happy 4th. That's what we ended up putting. Thank you very much, Stacy. Thank you, Amy and Linda. Wendy. I don't know if it's my eyesight, but I can't read it. CLTR. Thank you, Mary. Or maybe it says cute. Y'all, I need to get the readers on. Thank you. Is it Jean or Jeanne? Catherine says she always opens an ordering tab when watching videos. I think that's so smart. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Linda. Amy. If I missed anybody saying hi to you guys as you came on or your comments, I do go back and check for questions that I missed and try to answer those. But if I didn't say hi to you in person, then I apologize. Roseanne says she wasn't going to get this bundle, but her mind has changed. Yay, I love that. Which happens to all of us when we see stuff that like in action versus just in the catalog. Thank you, Wendy. Eleanor, now you need this bundle. So just remember, not that it matters, but the So Much Happy is just a bundle, and then the designer papers and stuff are actually from another suite. Obviously, you can buy anything you want individually, but they're not all together in the catalog. So I mixed up two things. The bundle, I said this already, that comes with that designer paper and stuff is another suite that has another bundle with it that I have also, but the stamps are not as versatile for making a bunch of cards. I mean, they are, but you need to add words. Anyway, thank y'all very much. I hope you have a great day and a great week. I should be back on next Thursday like normal, 9 a.m. Unless anything happens, I'll let you know. And if you want to sign up for any of my classes or place an order or anything and you need help, just let me know. Comment and share even if you're watching the recording, and I will see y'all later. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Bye.